Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Justine B. BAHILLO, Population Program Officer and Alternate Mental Health Coordinator. Today is World Suicide Prevention Day. No? It is observed by every September 10 worldwide, and it is an important day dedicated to raising awareness about suicide, its causes, and how to prevent it. Suicide is a major public health issue that affects individuals, families, and communities everywhere. So, quick definition lang po ng suicide. What is it? It's an act of intentionally taking one's own life and causes mental health issues, hopelessness, and stress. Warning signs: talking about wanting to die, withdrawing from others, and prevention, seeking help from a mental health professional. So, I will be discussing today are the important key points about Suicide Prevention Day. Ano po yun? To reduce stigma around suicide and mental health, to educate people about warning signs and risk factors, to encourage open conversations about mental health struggles, and to promote mental well-being and support systems. So, before we discuss about suicide, let's talk about mental health first kasi dito po tayo nagsisimula. Mental health is a basic human right for all people where everyone is acknowledged and accepted. Take charge of your well-being by practicing self-care, cultivating open discussions, and reaching out of support when needed, whether in school, at work, or in the community. Care for yourself and care for others. So, ano po ba ang mental health? Mental health po ay ang emotional, psychological, at social na kalusugan ng isang tao. Ayon sa World Health Organization, kinakailangan ito sa ating pangkabuuan at individual na kakayahang makipagkapwa, makapagtrabaho, at mag-enjoy sa life. Nakakaapekto po ang mental health sa atin is yung pag-iisip, pakiramdam, at pagkilos, pag-manage ng stress, pakikipag-ugnayan sa iba at paggawa ng decision. Hindi malusog ang katawan kung hindi maayos ang mental health. Kaya ugaliin natin itong alagaan to. So, let's discuss common misconceptions about mental health. Mental health issues are just a phase. While some emotional ups and downs are normal during adolescence, persistent issues like anxiety, depression, or trauma require attention and support. Dismissing symptoms can delay proper treatment. So dito po, marami pong nakaka-misunderstood, na misinterpret, na yung may ibang tao na hindi po natin alam na may pinagdadaanan na pala. Kaya let's take it a minimum of judgment sa mga tao pong na kakausap natin. Only adults experience mental health problems. Mental health conditions often begin in childhood or adolescence. According to the World Health Organization, half of all mental health conditions start by age of 14. So, bali po, wala pong pinipilang edad ang mental health condition. No? Matanda man po o bata, pwede po tayong maapektuhan nito. Talking about mental health makes things worse. Open, supportive conversations are crucial. Silence often increases feelings of shame and isolation, while talking can lead to understanding help. So let's normalize talking about mental health. Like, kunyari, kamusta ka? Okay ka lang ba? Para kahit papano na nakakausap natin yung tao, na yung mga problema nila, kung may pinagdadaanan sila. Seeking help is a sign of weakness. Recognizing when you need help and asking for it is a sign of strength, self-awareness, and courage. Normalize rin po natin na hindi po natin lahat kayang saluhin yung problema. Lagi tayong mag-ask ng help, maghanap ng help. Kasi nakakapagtulong po sa atin yan sa nararamdaman natin. They're just being dramatic or attention-seeking. Many young people genuinely struggle with mental health, assuming they're dramatic can cause them to withdraw and suffer in silence. Marami rin po dito nag-misunderstood, di po nakakaintindihan na may mga yun nga po, na may mga tao na pong may dinadala na palang problema. Yeah. Only kids with bad families or traumatic backgrounds have mental health issues. While environment plays a role, genetics, brain chemistry, social pressure, and other factors also contribute. Mental health illness can affect any young person regardless of background. They're too young to be stressed or depressed. Youth today face many pressures: social media, academic competition, identity struggles, bullying, and more. And this can seriously impact their mental well-being. So marami na rin pong mga reports na mas younger, may mga younger pa pong mga kids na meron na po silang mga mental health struggles na pinag-uusapan. You can tell if someone has a mental illness by how they look. Many people, especially youth, hide their struggles. A person may seem fine but be dealing with significant internal battles. Yan. Lagi po nating tatandaan na ang mga mental health conditions ay lagi po silang visible. Mapapansin po natin yan. Mga signs and symptoms, kunyari self-isolation, yan, di na lumalabas sa bahay, yan, iba na yung kilos nila, ay mahalata po natin yan. Yan. Let's talk about the common mental health challenges among youth and adult. Yan. Meron po tayong anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder is isang damdamin na labis na pag-aalala, takot o tensyon. Ito yung mga signs and symptoms na hirapang mag-concentrate, pagiging irritable, tensionado, hirap sa pagtulog, kawalan ng ginhawa mula sa pagtulog at madaling pagkapagod. So normal lang po mayroong mga anxiety na ma-manage natin, nakakope natin. Pero may mga tao rin po na nag-struggle dito sa anxiety na hindi na po sila makapagtrabaho ng maayos, hindi na sila makapag-function sa labas, hindi na siya makafunction sa bahay. Kaya doon po pwedeng silang pwede silang meron na anxiety disorder. So ano po yung mga paraan para maiwasan ang anxiety? Mag-exercise, kumain ng masustansya, bawasan ng caffeine, limitahan ng oras sa social media, siguraduhin kumpleto ang tulog sa 7 to 9 oras, napaka-importante po to. Isulat ang iyong mga saloobin sa journal, gawin ang self-care techniques, makinig sa mga ambient nature sounds, kumonsulta sa isang mental health professional, tumawag sa National Center of Mental Health Hotline. Dito naman po tayo sa depression. Depression, matagal na pagkaramdam ng kalungkutan, halos araw-araw sa loob ng 2 linggo, pagkawala ng interest sa mga bagay ng iyong kinahilingan. What are the signs and symptoms of depression? Pagkawala ng interest at kasiyahan sa mga aktibidad, pagkaramdam ng kalungkutan o pagkabalisa, pakiramdam na walang halaga ang sarili, madalas na iniisip ang pagpapakamatay, pag-iwas sa mga tao, pagpapabaya sa mga responsibilidad, at pagbaba ng energy o pagkapagod, pagbabago sa mga sleeping pattern. So yan, lagi po natin tatandaan na wag po nating i-normalize ang mga pagsabi ng depression sa mga ibang tao, kasi baka lalong lumala yung pinagdadaanan nila, no? And syempre, bawal po tayo mag-self-diagnose about depression, na for example, lumampas na sa 2 weeks yung mga signs and symptoms mo, kailangan nyo na po magpa-konsulta sa mental health professional. Sila lang po ang pwedeng makapag-diagnose sa inyo. Yan, iwasan po natin mag-self-diagnose, kasi baka iba pa po yung maging resulta ng katawan natin. Stress versus burnout. Ang stress is first impact physically overactive emotions characterized by worrying, feeling restless, leading to anxiety disorders and leads to fatigue. Ang stress po, yan yung hindi po natin nababalansin na ang mga problems natin. We're able nahirapan natin i-manage yung mga ginagawa natin mga trabaho o mga tasks. Kaya yan po yung stress. Yan po yung stress, and we are difficulty managing kung ano dapat ang tapusin. Kaya sa sobrang stress natin, pwede po diyan lumabas yung anxiety na di po natin natatapos agad yung mga task. Lagi po tayong pahalo-halo ng mga ginagawa natin. Tapos meron naman po tayong burnout is first impacts mentally, feeling numb, characterized by disengagement, feeling hopeless, helpless, and leads to depression, leads to lack of purpose. Ang burnout naman po is yan yung overly fatigue na yung katawan ng tao. Sa ano na po yan, naramdaman na po sila is yung feeling hopelessness or helpless, yung nakita nila sarili nila na wala silang kwentang tao, na is there purpose to live pa, just does burnout. Ang common lang po nilang dalawa is getting sick easily, unable to concentrate, and unable to sleep. Dito naman po tayo sa nature of substance use of drug addiction. Drug addiction, also called substance use disorder, it's a complex condition in which there is an uncontrolled use of some substance despite adverse of negative consequences. It involves a cluster of cognitive, behavioral, and physiological signs and symptoms. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, defines drug addiction as a problematic pattern of use of an intoxicating substance leading to clinical significant impairment of this. So bali po, hindi naman po lahat sa drug addiction. Meron din po marami pong variables na pwedeng i-include dito is yung sa alcohol. May mga drug addiction rin po, yung mga reliant po sila sa mga gamot na di po nila kayang mabuhay pag di sila nakapag-inom ng mga gamot, ng mga pang-alleviate ng mga pain. Yan, pwede rin po yun mag-include po sa drug addiction. The prevalence of drug use rate in the Philippines. There are 1.8 million current drug users in the Philippines, and 4.8 million Filipinos report having use of illegal drug at least once in their lives. Yan. More than 3/4 of drug users are adult males and have reached high school. More than 2/3, 67%, and 2/3, 7% are employed. The most commonly used drug in the Philippines is a variant methamphetamine called shabu or poor man's cocaine. Now, let's talk about signs and symptoms of drugs addiction. Changing in sleeping habits, increased irritability, lack of motivation, hallucinations, trouble managing responsibilities at work, school or home, and inability to focus, and lastly, withdrawal of symptoms. What are the recovery and interventions? Set a quit date, change your environment, stay away or remove anything that could remind you of your object of addiction. Sometimes this can include your workplace and environment. Distract yourself. Find meaningful alternative activities that could replace your urge to use, exercise, hobbies, and work. Review your past attempts at quitting. Take a look at the techniques that work best for you. And create a support network. Ask for encouragement and support by talking to your family, friends, seeking professional help. Yan, napaka-importante po yung number 5 kasi always communicate po. Lagi po tayong makipag-communicate sa mga loved ones natin. Your progress yung mga progress mo sa mga treatments about your drug addiction, no? Dito na po tayo sa risk of suicide. What can I do if someone I know is at risk of suicide? Ask directly about suicide, letting the person describe their thoughts, feelings, and plan of action. Clarify intent, as if they decided how, when, and taken step to execute their plan. And yan na po lumalabas yung suicidal thoughts. Using this information, take action to keep them safe. Never leave their side. And remove access to means of suicide, poisonous substance, sharp objects, firearms, other explicitly mentioned tools of their plan. And lastly, help them to seek mental health professional services. Paano mo may padaramang hindi siya nag-iisa? Suicide is preventable. Help save a life. Alamin ang mga babala. Matinding pagbabago ng mood o mood swings, paglayo sa mga kaibigan at pamilya, pagpapahayag ng plano o damdamin tungkol sa pagtapos ng buhay, pamamaalam sa pamilya at kaibigan. Yan po yung show, yung papakita sila ng signs and symptoms, and siyempre tatandaan po na lagi pong visible ang mga signs and symptoms, kaya mapapansin po natin. Magtanong at makinig. Kamustahin at tanungin ng direkta mahal sa buhay, makinig ng mabuti at ipadama ang pagdamay. Hikayatin silang humingi ng tulong sa health worker or counselor. Siguraduhin walang access sa paraan ng pananakit sa sarili sa bahay. Humingi agad ng professional tulong, lumapit sa pinakamalapit na mental health counselor at mga peer support group sa inyong komunidad, paaralan o trabaho. Tumawag ng National Center Mental Health Crisis Hotline 1553 para sa agarang tulong. Yan. Okay. Yan. You are not alone. If you're feeling like life is not worth living, reach out for help. You are not alone. Help is available. Yan. Mamaya i-discuss ko po yung mga helpline na pwedeng makontak if ever wala kang makausap na about yung sa pinagdadaanan. Remember, many people have suicidal thoughts and found help. It's okay to talk about suicide. It can help you feel better. Don't be ashamed, and you can get better. There are people who can help you. Talk to your friends, family members, or someone you trust about how you feel. Talk to a doctor or mental health professional. If you or anyone you know is in danger of self-harm, contact emergency service or a crisis hotline. Yan. Later po ipapakita ko yung mga crisis hotline na pwede niyong makontak. Yan. Dito po tayo sa tips for talking about your mental health with a friend. Yan. Communicate comfortably. Choose someone you trust and feel. Yan. Communicate with your loved ones, your friends, your co-workers, kung saan po kayo komportable, and ask. It's always okay for you to tell them about what you're going through. Plan a time and place. Make sure the setting is private and conducive to a conversation. Maganda po dito is sa privado po kayong lugar para komportable po yung kausap niyo mag-open up ng conversation. No? Be honest and specific. It's okay to feel vulnerable, but it's important to be honest about your feelings and talk about specific symptoms or issues that you're expecting. Listen. Your friend may have questions or may also share their own experiences, and manage your expectations. People make time to understand what someone is going through. Tandaan po natin na hindi po agad-agad magsasabi sila ng problema. It takes time para mag-open up sila. Kaya kailangan lang po talaga ng patience and understanding para mag-open up yung kausap natin. Huwag po natin i-rush sila sa pag-open up. And then always singit ko lang po na always maintain eye contact sa mga kausap nyo, kasi para malaman po nila na nakikinig ka. You're there for nandun ka para sa kanya, no? Iwasan po natin magtumingin sa ibang bagay, mag-cellphone, maintain eye contact. How to start a mental health conversation. Yeah. Set the right environment. Yeah. Choose a private place. Give enough time. Be present. Start the conversation. Kamusta ka? Okay lang? Yan. And listen with care. Give full attention. Let them talk. Reflect back and ask open questions. Paano ka naapektuhan ito? Ano kayang makakatulong sa iyo ngayon? Paano kita masusuportahan? Yan. If they're not ready to talk, okay lang, huwag naman pilitan. Nandito lang ako kapag ready ka. Kaya importante ka sa akin at gusto kitang suportahan. Ngayon, let's wait for them to open up. Yan. Siyempre, if they open up, focus on support, not fixing. okay lang makaranas ng hirap at pagkabigo, minsan lahat tayo nakakaranas ito. And remind them, getting help is a sign of strength and not weakness. Yan. Always encourage them or compliment them na pasalamat ka na sila ang humingi sila ng tulong, no? And keep checking in. Gusto ko lang malaman kung kamusta ka na simula nung huli tayo nag-usap. Yan. Always update yung mga kausap mo, kahit hindi okay, ayan, kahit po respect their space while staying available. Yan. Always keep contact with them. Kahit everyday po lagi niyo pong kinakamusta, okay ka lang. Ayan. Napaka-importante pong bagay yun sa mga meron pong mental health struggles po, no? When to refer a mental health specialist. Yan. When a person hits or talks about openly of suicide, if there's a possibility of child abuse or any criminal activity, the problem is beyond your training, the problem is beyond your capability, the problem does not fit the purpose of community responder program. Yan. May mga times po na if ever maka-encounter po kayo ng conversation, ng mga struggles nila, and syempre parang malalim na and malala na, syempre may times na hindi nyo po anong alam kung anong sabihin. Let's try to minimize yung sasabihin natin, no? Tapos immediately refer na natin sa mental health professional and or sabihin natin na you need to seek help na. Yan. Huwag po natin ingatan po natin pagsabi sa kanila if baka kasi lumala yung sitwasyon, no? Yan. Yeah. The second part is the person seems to be socially isolated. You have difficulty maintaining real contact with the person. You become aware of dependency on alcohol and drugs. Yan. When the person is engaging in risky or threatening behavior. When you yourself become restless, confused, have negative recurring thoughts, dream about the case that you feel the only one who can help. Yan. Palagi tandaan po, no, na yung signs and symptoms po, lagi po yan visible, no? Mapansin natin yan. And syempre, once napansin natin, just try to help them, no? Refer to a mental health specialist. Yan. And meron po ako ditong 12 strategies to manage your stress. Yan, para makabawas tayo ng stress and syempre improve natin yung mental health. Yan. Number 1 is speak to me. Yan, dito po tayo. Yan, speak to me. Talk to someone when you feel overwhelmed or unable to deal with stress yun. Venting can help you unload unwanted feelings. Yan, napaka-importante po yan kasi importante po sa atin mag-communicate. Yan, hindi po dapat mawala sa atin. Communicate tayo lang, communicate, no? Kamustahan tayo, okay ka lang, para if ever may pinagdadaan yung tao, tapos nag-open up siya, then maaari mo siyang matulungan. Yan, lagi po tayo mag-communicate, no? Mahirap na po na dibdibin natin yung mga problema at wala po tayong makausap, no? Dapat lagi po natin yan na re-release, ma-vent out natin yung galit natin, yung stress natin. The second part is sounds and song. Yan. Sa mga music lovers, pwede rin, ginagamit po nila ito to alleviate stress. Laking tulong rin po to para makapag-manage ng stress nila. And sensation techniques. Massage. Siyempre, indulge yourself with a whole body massage. It helps you soothe away stress, yung tense and aching muscles, and relieves headaches and sleep problems. Yan. Siyempre, napaka-important rin po. Physical health rin po, nakatulong rin po yan sa pag-relax ng mind natin, no? And the fourth is stretching. Do simple movements to loosen muscles, lubricate joints, and increase body oxygen supply. And we have socials. And engage in fruitful activities that will develop your ability to deal with other people. Always keep contact with your loved ones. And smile to release stress, calm you down, make you attractive, and make someone else happy. Self-awareness. Develop the habit of paying attention to your expression of thought, emotions, and behavior. Know yourself, get in touch with your feeling, or be open to experience. The more you know yourself, the better you are at adapting life changes that suit your needs. And scheduling time management. Optimize the time available to achieve gratifying results. And meron po tayong siesta. Ano yung siesta? Yan po yung take a nap, short rest break or recharge your battery to improve productivity. Yan po, if ever you have a free time, matulog po tayo, take a nap para naka-relax rin po sa mind natin, na maganda po, fresh po ulit yung mind natin pagpahinga. No? Yan, meron din po tayong spirituality. Devote time to connect with yourself and God. Try meditation 5 to 10 minutes and each day to pray to Him for guidance. And we have stress debriefing, submit oneself to a brief crisis intervention to talk about one's feeling and reaction to the critical incident. And lastly, sports. Engage in playing sports like basketball, tennis to clear your mind and relieve stress. Yan, what are yung key messages ng mental health? Yan. Walang health kung walang mental health. Unawain ang iyong damdamin at alamin ang mga signs and symptoms ng mental health conditions para may kakayahan kang matugunan ito. Mental health is just important as physical health para sa kabuuang kalusugan, panatilihing balanse ang mental at physical na kalagayan. Gawin ang 7 habits to keep your overall well-being work on best. Track your moods and feelings para malaman mo kung ano ang nagiging trigger. Gamitin ang mood tracker or lusog isip app to manage your well-being. Ayan. Later on, I will discussing the lusog isip app kung paano nyo po ma-access yan and paano nyo rin magawa. Ayan. Dito po tayo sa key message to practice self-care. Gawin ang mga bagay na nagpapabuti sa iyo, na namumuhay ng maayos at papalakas ng iyong physical at mental na kalusugan. Yan, sa mga gawin nyo po yung mga hobbies, yung saan nyo po na gustong gawin, yung mahal yung hobbies, yan, nakapagkakatulong po yan para ma-improve yung mental health nyo, ma-distract kayo sa stress, ma-alleviate yung stress. Ang iyong mga kaibigan ay isang mga magkaka-impluwensya sa inyong mga desisyon. Pumili ng mga kaibigan na magdadala sa iyong positibong pag-unlad at pagpabuti ng iyong sarili. Kaya meron po tayong mga support systems, peer systems na pwede nating pag-usap tayo ng mga problems natin, ng pinagdadaanan natin, and laking tulong rin po sa atin yan if ever we're struggling our mental health. Magbahagi ng iyong mga nararamdaman sa malapit na kaibigan or peer counselors at na handang makinig at magbigay ng payo sa iyo. Lastly, is okay to ask for help. Walang dapat ikahiya sa paghingi ng tulong. Tanda ito ng tapang at pangalaga sa sarili. Kapag nakakaranas ka ng sintomas ng mental health conditions ng higit sa 2 linggo, agad tumawag ng National Center Mental Health Hotline 1553 for professional support. Yeah. Mayroong mental health services at medicine access program pinakamalapit na health center, primary healthcare facility. Narito ang community-based mental health services para magbigay ng agarang suporta kung kinakailangan. Sa sunod pong slide, I will show you mga mental health access sites para kung pwede kayong mapuntahan, malapitan, pwede po kayo doon pumunta. Yan. Ito po yung Bicol mental health access sites. Yan. Ito po yung mga available sa Albay na pwede yung puntahan. We have RHU, meron po tayong BRHMC sa Daraga po, BRTTH, and Malinaw Treatment Center, and every other municipalities. Meron pong RHU na ano po sila, MHGAP trained na marunong sila they're professionally know to handle mga ganitong bagay ng mga mental health struggles yan. And meron din po akong sa mga Camarines Norte, Camsur, Catanduanes, Masbate, and Sorsogon. Yan. Pwede nyo rin pong i-scan para ma-access nyo or to fully access na lahat ng access sites ng Bicol. Ayan. Ito po yung pwedeng puntahan nyo sa mga RHU, BRHMC, and Malinaw Treatment Center. Yan. Pwede po nyo puntahan yan. Kamusta ka? Tara, usap tayo. Mental health helpline. You can contact them 24/7. Napaka-importante po to kasi libre lang po tong load. Hindi nyo po kailangan magpa-load para ma-call to. Libre po to. Di po nila hinihi yung personal details nyo like name, address, your family name. No. Tatawag ka lang po para pag-usapan yung pinagdadaanan nyo, yung problema nyo, maganda po to sa mga taong mga wala silang mahanap na makausap. Ito po, pwede po to kasi they are there for to help you, no? Andiyan sila para tulungan ka sa mga pinagdadaanan nyo, and libre lang po to, 24/7 access po to, and you can call them. Ito po yung number po nila, mental health hotline. Kamusta? And meron po tayo ditong isa, Lusog Isip app. Downloadable po siya sa Google Play Store and App Store. So basically, ang ginagawa po nito is yung tinatrack yung mood mo and yung stress mo, kung gaano ka na po ka-stress. And syempre meron rin po, nabibigay rin po siya ng mga stress techniques or mga tips na paano nyo ma-alleviate yung stress. Maganda rin po to sa if you want to track your mental health, you want to track your stress. I think sa mga below 14 years old, kailangan po to ng consent of guardian. Yan. Sa mga adults, pwede nyo po ito ma-access. Downloadable po to sa Google Play Store and App Store. No? Yan. It's never too late to reach out for help. Yan. Meron po tayong 1553 for national po to hotline, and may have mental health pages, Healthy Pilipinas Facebook page, Mental Health PH, I Choose, and NCMH Facebook page. And meron rin po kami websites, World Health Organization, UNICEF, Healthy Pilipinas, and lusogisip.doh.gov, and mentalhealthph.com. Ito po yung number ng National Center for Mental Health. Yeah. And we have rin regional crisis hotline. Yeah. So discuss ko na lang po yung the World Suicide Prevention Day, no? You are not alone. There is hope. Every life matters. Every story matters. Yet we know that millions around the world silently carry heavy burdens. That's why today we raise awareness, break the stigma around mental health, and remind each other that it is okay to ask for help. It's okay to seek for help, and let's try to normalize the mental health conversation. So, ayun lang po, and maraming salamat.